Hello, 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 and welcome, my Sagittarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury signs. Welcome to your new moon to full moon reading for February to March 2020. And what an interesting new to full moon cycle, half cycle we have ahead of us. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, professional witch, professional intuitive spiritual teacher, and really glad to be here with you today for this reading. Usually these readings, I call them the What Do I Need reads, from new to full or full to new, but this one, because of the Mercury retrograde that we're going through, they gave me a little extra heads up to do this one differently. That's why I'm not even calling it a What Do I Need read, but it's still from new moon to full moon next, as I would regularly do at this time. If you are new to my channel, please do like and subscribe. I'm putting out content pretty much every day, taking a break here and there, taking clients from all over the world. So much fun. Video reads, you know, Facebook Messenger, Skype, and phone calls, and I've even had people come into my house. I made a lot of new friends very quickly since my career drastically shifted and suddenly I'm a YouTuber. So please do support the channel, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. You know the drill, because I'm the fun one and I can deliver some pretty heavy duty messages with a spoonful of, well, maybe not sugar, but certainly something with a little kick to it. But I'm the fun one. Let's have fun with this if we can, because ultimately this reading is about looking at this new moon to full moon next with its Mercury retrograde that goes direct the day of full moon, and it's going to be full moon in Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, which is just weird. So you might want to go have a look at the readings I did last week on Mercury retrograde for each of the signs. And that's why I included Mercury in this new moon to full moon next. I usually just do sun, moon, rising signs, but that's odd. There's just something odd there. So I'm excited to read you, my Sages, because you guys usually have the mutable fire Jupiterian expansion thing to say, I don't know, this is working for me. I don't know how, but it is, right? That you need that optimism. I wish everybody had that, because the truth is that this quantum field that we are all one with, everything is orchestrated for the evolution of our souls, not necessarily the personality and the ego. Like, they don't have to like it, right? Like, the ego hates it most of the time. The personality is, you know, why is this happening to me? And it ends up being the best thing ever for the soul, right? So that's why we're going to have a look at this in a little different way. Usually I take a couple of different decks, 4 or 5, pull one card each. This is different. They want me to do the element spread with a tarot deck, which only came in last night, did it for myself, blew my own mind, and was like, okay, let's do this. So all I'm asking for you is to keep in mind this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs, right? I've been going on and on about that for so long. It's just easier to say it once, and I think if you are watching other channels, they're saying the same thing, so you know what I'm talking about. And breathe. Please be aware of your breath as we go. Be in the present moment with it. Be the partner of your breath. Let the breath move in and out of you, keeping you in your body instead of going into the past or the future, into the rational mind, into the emotions, so that you can really tune to what you are feeling and getting from the reading, as well as tuning to the divine at your own personal still point, as I find mine throughout the reading as well, bringing through with clarity, guidance, and grace the best that I can for you. Cool. Let's do this deal, my friends. Nice deep breath. Oh, still point. We're going to start with the healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. All the decks I read are in the bottom of the description box with lots of cool links along the way if you go look. Go hunting. I think you'll like what's in there as I now tune to my angels. My angels, please, just one card. We're only doing 8 cards total this one, and there it is. One card for this Sagittarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury sign for this new moon to full moon next, Pisces to Virgo, Mercury retrograde and all. What is the main thing the angels want you to focus on that will get you through, that you can wax over this new to full moon? Mysterious little angels. Emerging. Something is emerging. Duh. There's always something emerging in the world. But my feel on this, I can feel the love the angels are sending with this one. There's something emerging from you that is beautiful. That is the divine. That any chaos you're going through is just the divine plan in disguise to sort of chip away the excess marble. So it's sort of like they're showing me a chick, like a little unborn chicken, like poking its way through the shell with its egg tooth, which is such a cute word, egg tooth. I don't know why for some reason. But at the same time, the divine, like, sort of peeling it back as well. So though it's a rough transition from that insular place to suddenly out in the world as chicken, coming out of the egg. Something is emerging from within you, and it feels really lovely. And remember, this is healing with the Angels Oracle, so it's something as a result or part of your healing, right? Very, very cool. Now here comes the element spread, right? Daughters of the Moon. This is what's made this series different, and you're only, like, I'm working backwards from Pisces to Aries this time, so you're only the third one in, but third time's the charm. So no, this is the fourth one, right? I just did Capricorn. This is Sagittarius. So let's have fun with this one, right? I'm looking forward to doing this for a fire sign, particularly you guys, because you've got ninth house expansion and spirituality and expanded consciousness and all that. Let's do this. Nice deep breath. Still point. Oh my gods and goddesses, please. I felt that so strong. Please, please, please. 5 cards. We'll pull them as I call them for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury sign for this new moon to full moon next. Element spread. Element of fire in this retrograde, right? What is it that they have to re-observe, reinvestigate about what they want? Their element of fire. Their element of earth. What do they need to reinvestigate, reevaluate, rebirth, renew going on with what they have? Element of earth. What's going on in their mind? What do they need to review, reconsider, reinterpret? Recognize. Oh, recognize, recognize. I mean, I knew that's what the word meant, but that was cool, right? Element of air. Oh, I remembered a word. Remembered. What do you need to remember? All the re's are retrogrades, but Mercury retrograde in particular, that element of air should be juicy. And what's going on, speaking of juicy, the element of water. What do they need to revisit, re-embrace, research within themselves? Element of water. And what is the point of view of the soul, the message from the soul, the position of spirit for them, the soul's point of view in spirit, because that could very much be a clue to what is what? Emerging. So we put that right in the center. Let's have a look-see, duck-see. Oh, we put this back over here, neat and tidy. Element of fire. What's emerging here? What do you need to reevaluate in your desire? Well, good. Ace of Cups. The great thing about the Ace of Cups, it says happiness in this deck, which is nice, written on the actual card. But it's a seed. It's something that you can tend. So you want happiness. Who doesn't? Maybe some people I can think of off the top of my head. Even smiling makes my face ache. There's really that desire for happiness in what's going on, and it does feel like it's something that will be emerging from you more as a natural state throughout this retrograde. I mean, Saggies, you're kind of known for being gregarious and fun, right? You're Zeus, you're Jupiter. I mean, he's a fun god. I mean, he's scary when he's angry. Dad gets angry. We all sort of run and hide a little bit, except for Apollo and Athena. They're used to it. But, this Ace of Cups, that, like, standing in a waterfall and just, like, like, enjoying the moment, can be something very simple. Yes, can be the offer of love that you want. But definitely, as you reconsider not just the what of that, but the why, keep in mind, it will play into what these other cards are saying as well. So what's the element of earth that you need to reevaluate? Something that you already have or that's already going on? Well, we've got a court card here. The Leo card, the mother of flames, Shantico, who is baking loaves of bread. Now, she puts together the corn and the water and the ingredients and the spices and all of that, but then puts it into an oven fixed fire, which is the symbol of Leo. Creativity, good fortune, something that creativity, because right, she's going to eat it, she can sell it, there's so much you can do with your creativity in that way. So whether this is your own personal creativity that you have, or maybe you have planets in Leo, go look at that if it's Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, or investigate that Leo part of yourself. But tuning to this more, if this is a person, then it is somebody who does inspire you, right? That is kind of fun to be around. I mean, fire and fire, you know, like a Leo and a Sag. That's like, that's a fun weekend at least, until they get bored with each other, right? Like, well, you stop brushing your hair. The Leo's like, go suck an egg, right? Not fun. Although I've had relationships with all the signs in the zodiac, and I have to say Leos and Sagittarius are a lot of fun, even at the same time. But that being said, there's something that you have there, if that's not your own creativity, your own sexuality, your own good fortune, that you have to kind of re-embrace, reconsider your own power, then definitely that feels like there's somebody in your immediate vicinity, possibly a relationship that is helping with this emerging, maybe triggering this emerging, or an example of what is emerging on the outer as it rises from within. Let's see what the mind says about this that you need to reconsider, rethink. Well, now interesting, you got another court card. So there are some people involved here, it seems, though this one is really on your mind. Now, whether it's actually a Taurus or not, sort of a moot point when it's in the mind, because what you're really attracted to about this person are the things that you value, right? There's something strong, there's something stable, there's something of value, something lifelong. Taurus, fixed earth, bedrock, lifelong values. Like I really, really value friendship. I really, really value honesty. I really, really value my home. I really, really value my cars, right? I really, really value my books, my knowledge, my wisdom, physical or not, right? What it is that I value, your life values, right? Family values, but can be spiritual, emotional, mental values. There's something here, if this is represented with a person in your life that's on your mind, really relook at this person through the lens of, do I value them? Oh, you are reevaluating in your mind as well. So even if that is not a person triggering in your mind that way, certainly you're going through that process of reevaluation mentally, which makes sense for a Mercury retrograde. But then keeping what's waxing then in your life is this emerging. So this might be about making room. Yes, that's a very waning moon thing, right? Like clearing out, making room, but also allowing what is emerging to go from something small to something big by perhaps reorganizing, right? Putting things in priority. Sometimes it's about time too. Like what you value is what you value taking. Are you getting the time to connect with, to be with what you value? Person, place, thing, idea, concept, action. You get the idea. What's going on emotionally then? Your element of water here, since the element of water is certainly shown there in what you want. And yeah, we've got the Emperor card here, which in this deck is also the Hierophant. It's the great god Pan, the wild one, the wild man, a very positive, grounded expression of masculine energy. And in the Emperor, yes, the combination of all the kings, the amalgam of all the kings in the tarot, even though there are no kings in this deck, but you get what I mean, the cardinal signs. This definitely has the feeling as well. Well, it's honestly because the Hierophant is the High Priest, and that's more like conformity and going through the channels to achieve something. Like no one just starts off as a High Priest day one, right? A Hierophant, you got to start off as a novice and make your way up. So those procedures, but where that is similar with the Emperor is that the Emperor has to have strategies and politics and like flow charts. So they're similar in that way, very mental, but the Hierophant usually more about learning, the Emperor more about control, politics, even the The scientific method is very much the emperor, where the 12-step program, just off the top of my head, is very hierophant. You see the difference there. So there's something there emotionally where there is a process going on, but one where you, my divine masculine Sagittarians, because fire is divine, fire and air, masculine, earth and water, feminine, you really have the ability, if you really, I feel like, focus on your happiness emotionally, you will find not a greater control of your emotions, but more that you will be able to process them in a more healthy way. Really being able to ask the question, okay, well, how can this make me healthy? In a way that I think Saggies have a better opportunity because they are hunters, right? The archer. So there's something about looking for something teeny tiny like a target, or, you know, an aminal. I don't hunt. Don't ask me to give you the right words for bow hunting, please. I go to Stop and Shop once a week. I'm a mystic. Put me out in the forest, I might never come back because I might merge with a tree or some shit. Past life dryad. Woo, woo, woo. Leaf. Watch as I leaf you behind. But you get the thing, out in the woods. How, like, go through this retrograde as the true Saggy that you are, as you are waxing, building, getting stronger and stronger, something emerging from within you. Yeah, that could be in your life as well, but now with this here, there's something about mastery here. Mastery of your emotions forever and ever. Maybe, maybe not. Probably, maybe not. But definitely in terms of what you desire, the what and why of that happiness feels like you achieve that happiness before whatever you want happens. That's a mastery thing. It's like, well, I'm going to round and run this and feel like I would feel if I had it. There's something very quantum law of attraction there too, by the way, which is, by the way, using a step-by-step law process, like the laws of science, the laws of nature, the universal laws, very much the emperor. So what is the voice of the soul? Shakti, the life dancer, the universe card, completion and fulfillment of a major arcana life place cycle. Major arcana cards are places you go through life. You spend some time there, reason, season, or lifetime, but usually a season, a longer space, like a stage you walk onto, have experiences, and then move on to the next stage of your life. This is the completion of a particular cycle, a particular stage, and I think you're going to really get there. The soul is like, you're there, now get the mastery there. Learn what you were supposed to learn, but I have a feeling that all of that learning, you've done it, it's just a process of it, of emerging into your own awareness. But you're really focusing on your life values, or someone who really you do value, or who mirrors your life values there, getting into your creativity, like really your creativity, your sexuality, that element of fixed fire, your pleasure. I mean, it's going to take this seed of happiness that you want, and because it will help you complete this cycle, and then we'll kick off the new cycle with real happiness. That's really lovely. Now, like I said, we're only doing 8 cards. We only have 2 left, but that's really lovely as a foundation, because now we'll ask your higher selves through the Whispers of Love Oracle cards. What's the dealio? Nice deep breath. See, to me, the higher self is the repository of all of the different lives and all of the different, well, you're one soul, but your soul has a higher self, so does your higher self have all these different souls in different dimensions? Higher dimensional selves, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th dimensions, going all the way back to infinite source, the singularity, the supreme being. Who knows? We'll find out when we croak, maybe. But it's fun to think about it, ain't it, my Saggies? That's why I love a good chat with a Sagittarian. Oh, I love reading Sagittarians. They're all over the map, but they know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Here we go. Still point. Ooh, the higher selves of all concerned in this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury sign. Please, just one card. A whisper of love for these Sagittarians. For this new moon in Pisces to full moon next in Virgo, February to March 2020. Please, what is the message, the whisper of love that you want to whisper lovingly into their magnificent, beautiful hunter ears, the archers that they are? You ready? I love this deck so much. Spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. I'm going to tell you, like I said, there are people involved here. I see there are so many ways to interpret this, and I'm seeing now a divide in this quantum collective, because some of them you might be having these feelings toward someone of great value in your life who is very much a divine masculine in your life, and you're the divine feminine. Chances are you already clicked off the reading, though, if that's you, because for the rest of you, it really does feel like what's emerging from you is this spiritual connection with somebody else that you are in preparation of, but that you are like tying up the loose ends, learning the major lessons that you need to plant this new offer of love. How often on YouTube do you hear, oh, Ace of Cups, it's an offer of new love? Well, it might actually be that, because this is spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime, though it is true, too. It might not just be romantic, sexual. Again, I try and stay away from that. It's such a trope in tarot. And tarot, it's archetypal stories and tropes. It just simply is that. It's the intuitive part of navigating quantum fields this way that makes it a little tricky, because this could be someone that you value that is a family member or a best friend, but something really emerging in this spiritual connection that is past life and most likely the rest of this life oriented in some way, shape, or form. Now, again, reason, season, or lifetime, we never ultimately know. All we can do is watch the movie through our own eyes, right? So let's get you your last card down from the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. My new favorite toy. It's a tool for me at this point. I love this deck. One side of the card is the mantra, a healing mantra. Really good, not a lot of words, not pages and pages, and in English, not Sanskrit or Latin or any of that. Gregorian chanting. It's like really long to get through one card. But you'll like it. The name of the mantra will show me where it is in the book so I can read you what is in the bookie book, which is always helpful and elucidating. Shall we, my Sages? Let's take a shot at it. Nice deep breath. Notch your arrow. Still point. Whoa, my Ascended Masters. Talk about lightning. Please, I felt that. One card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury sign for this new moon to full moon next February to March 2020. What is a perfect healing mantra for them? Something that they can train their focus on. A simple healing mantra to bring them through this. So whatever is emerging emerges under grace and in perfect ways, my masters, please. Their perfect mantra, I feel it's right there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ready? I have no idea what this is, but I'm rooting for you. Welcoming surrender. I got this card 2 days in a row. I think this last week, right? Yeah, I know, it was earlier this week. Welcoming surrender. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. That's what's emerging. Your destiny is emerging. I'm so psyched for you guys. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. Now, is that tricky day one? Yeah, that's why I got it 2 days in a row. And remember, the ego's going to fight it. The personality wants to believe it, but doesn't. The point of a mantra is it's like signaling to the soul this universal truth that everything's written in the divine plan. It's only my interpretation of it being a problem. If you want to go deeper than that, yes, absolutely check out Matt Kahn. He's amazing. But Eckhart Tolle talks about this quite a bit in his work, and I think in particular The Power of Now. He talks about how it's not a problem, it's a situation. Well, Kahn, I like calling him that, Kahn. Kubla, Genghis, no, Matt Kahn really puts it there that it's not a problem, it's only destiny being revealed. And it's funny how I'm sure when we croak, that's how we see it, right? We look back, we go, oh, I thought I had all those problems. It's just my destiny moving me forward on the hero's journey, right? So let me read you this one. This is lovely. It's a very relaxing card, I find, a mantra, I should say. Welcoming surrender. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. When surrender is welcomed, you are open to viewing life as the playground of the soul's evolution, right? So you get, oh, that's what life is. That's what this planet is. It's a playground for my soul to evolve and experience everything, the entire spectrum of emotions, right? Everything it possibly can. You're no longer worrying about what to do or where to go. Instead, you are following the gentle, peaceful flow of inner guidance. In surrender, every personal conflict is handed over to Source so as not to distract from the prime objective of evolving your consciousness with the utmost sincerity, love, and compassion for all. I mean, that's why you are really, really wrapping up stuff here, this newness, right? Like, so welcome, your destiny is emerging. This new calling, this new pull is definitely on its way. This mantra is ideal for eliminating resistance, dealing with anger, and easing an overthinking mind, right? There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. Now, just to tell you, I incorporated that mantra with doing the Wim Hof method with the breath holds. If you're familiar, WIMHOFO, just Google it. Joe, check them out on YouTube. That DMT breathing, whew, that's something else. I've been doing breath work my whole life. That was new. So doing that with that mantra on the breath holds, very, very powerful, just saying. So, wow, go with this. I would say, my Sagittarians, that this relationship, spiritual thing, it's going to say surrender and whatever problems arise. And okay, they're saying whatever, if this is a return, right, a retrograde, ex-lover flash flood, or maybe ex-friend flash flood, or people from your past that you have had wonderful relationships with, whatever problems were or do arise, just go with it. But remember, there's no problem, only destiny being revealed. This is really, really lovely. There's really not one card here that I wouldn't wish on my best friends. So since you guys are so friendly, may you be blessed with the very best of this new moon to full moon next, as I sign off, as I always do. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.